Hey everybody, it's Jeff with Eternity Shore. This is me on my way up to the boat the other day. I didn't like the audio because I was on the road, so I thought I would just do a voiceover for this episode. We had finally gotten our shrink wrap done on the boat and wanted to review the last couple years, kind of our saga with shrink wrap or not to shrink wrap, and kind of give you a history of what we've done and why we decided to do shrink wrap once again this year. So in order to do that, I think the best thing to do would be to kind of go back to the beginning of when we first got our boat. So we bought this boat, purchased it back in October of 2021. So our first season was in 2022. This was the boat as it was kept at Safe Harbor, that is Great Oak Landing Marina in Chestertown, Maryland. That particular winter between 21 and 22, the boat, as you can see here, was not covered. Subsequent to that, we thought the best course of action would be to get it shrink wrapped. So the first year, we did exactly that. I think the results were okay. This was the first year back in Stansbury Marina. You can see here that we did get a door. I got a smaller door opening right there, and I think it worked pretty well for what I needed in terms of getting in and out. You know, being able to get up the ladder and opening the door and going in, and I'll show you kind of what it looked like. 3 posts, 2 on the bow, and then 1 right behind the helm. And you can see how it was tied down, these little hats. And it did a good job. We never got any moisture in there, so we were pretty much pleased with that. However, for year 2, we thought, hey, one of our subscribers, Mark, reached out to us and said he's reused the shrink wrap before. So what we decided to do was reuse the shrink wrap. So here's my son helping me take apart the shrink wrap the following year and making sure that we could, keep some of the string and preserve the shrink wrap as best we could. So notice here it says, having freed the boat from its belly, we then cut some of the waistband below the swim platform in order to get it rolling. And we wanted to keep the band as intact as much as we possibly could. And then we started the somewhat tedious process of rolling it up. And this is where it got a little bit interesting. This is when it helps that you have a son who's like 6'3" to be able to get it up and over. Overall, I think, obviously taking it off was not that difficult. And I think we did a good job of preserving it. Once we got it over the midsection, now we're starting to roll it obviously over the front bow where the anchor is, and I had strategically placed my car, actually Mary's car, right down below. So I had Jeffrey just dump it on top of me, and I tried to hold it up as best I could and then throw it onto the car, which kind of worked. I'll say it that way. Here you see how we got it in the car, barely. Fast forward now to the next fall when it's time to take this beast and put it on. And this was definitely a big challenge. I had Jeffrey and Mary, the 3 of us together. We're going to put this bad boy back on. It was a little confusing as to what I had cut and where the different things were. So it took a little bit to put the supports up, but we ended up doing a pretty good job of it. Really grateful for the help. Obviously, I could not have done this by myself. And now this was very tedious to put this thing on, but we were trying to save a buck, and I think it was a good thing that we decided to do this. There was some laughter here, although we did make one fatal error. As we were making sure that we had the front where the front was and the back where the back was, obviously bow to stern, at one point, very close to the end of this process, we recognized that we had done it inside out. And what that meant was the door would not be, the zipper door would not be to the port side, but it would be the starboard side of the boat, which would make getting in and out of the boat kind of a pain in the butt for the entire winter and off season in which I'm doing maintenance on the boat. Fast forward to last season, and we decided not to use the shrink wrap, threw it away. And this year we were going to try to do our own. We were going to do a tarp. This is a 29 by 49 foot tarp. And we used the structures that we still had in the basement. And we thought we'll give this a shot. You can see as well, we have PVC piping that I used to construct some things up front just to add additional support in the bow. We thought, okay, well, how hard can this really be? Now, this year we have our daughter Anna with us, again, putting up the structure, taping and putting everything together. It's pretty tedious. Now look at this big bad boy as they unfold it. This is a very, very large tarp. I've never seen a tarp this big, never maneuvered a tarp this big. And so it was definitely a huge task to get this thing on top. But, you know, the tarp was like less than $100. I don't remember how much it was, maybe $70. Here, the most difficult part was the tower and the Garmin, getting it open over that. In the end, when we looked at it, it kind of looked like a big thing of microwave popcorn. If you remember, you're old enough to remember that. Feel like just put that on the stove and it'll pop up. So, you know, we tied it down the best we could and we hoped for the best. It didn't look pretty, but we thought, it'll make it. Soon we had rain, and that rain came and snow came, and eventually the bow collapsed under the weight because we didn't have it tight enough across the top, and that produced a lot of ice. And so this was the first problem that you'll see here. So as you can see, ice formed and just collapsed the whole thing. Now getting that off, I thought I could kick it out from underneath, but we could not. It was too heavy from inside the boat. So we had to grab a very long ladder. I think this was just lying around in the yard, so we're able to grab a ladder from the boatyard. And my son helped me out by going up there and took a hammer and had to chop up all the individual pieces. And you'll see here in a second how big they were. Yes, they were. Some of them were 4 inches thick of ice, so not a good scene. And happened again, sort of. We had a snow that came, and here I am trying to get the snow. Now Mary's now with me, trying to get the snow out of the bow. This was a nightmare as well. Not fun. But as always, my bride has a great attitude, and as she finished up the rest of the snow distribution, I think she found it a little bit entertaining. It's like when you're a kid and you make those tents, and you end up playing around in your tent. So here she is. Thanks, Mare. So I think after all these experiences, we were ready to go back to the shrink wrap. So fast forward to December 20th, Saturday. I got there kind of late, so it is a bit dark, but we had it once again shrink wrapped. Although I think I made kind of a mistake, and I asked for the larger door. So the door is taller, which you would think is better for getting in and out, but it is actually pretty difficult to unzip it from the ladder because it's so high. So that was my bad, not their bad, but like they did a pretty good job with it. Interestingly enough, there is not a support behind the helm like the other ones. So there's just 2 supports up front with, I think, a little bit of a better top to those. I don't know if we'll actually use it ourselves next year or not, but notice right there, there's not a support behind the helm. They're really using the infrastructure of where the canvas goes. So yeah, we're back under shrink wrap. It's nice and tidy, so I won't have to worry about water getting into it. Won't have to worry about running out there when, worrying about something that's not going right. And as I close this one out, I thought I'd just give you some bonus footage of when it was sunny and the boat was on the water, so we can begin dreaming about 2026 boating season, which for us will be our 5th boating season with Eternity Shore 2. Yes, number 5 is coming up, and let's hope and pray that number 5 is at least marginally better than number 4 in terms of some of the things we had happen. Thanks for watching this episode of Eternity Shore. Again, hit like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Love to hear your comments. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.